Martha Wainwright, a vivacious widow at 64, sat at her polished mahogany desk, the glow of her laptop illuminating her delicate face. The faint scent of lavender lingered in the room, mingling with memories of her late husband, Charles. He had been her anchor, her world. But after his passing 3 years ago, loneliness had crept in, whispering its sorrowful tune. On an uncharacteristically daring evening, she ventured into the world of online dating. A relative had encouraged her, "Martha, you deserve companionship. It's time to live again." Martha wasn't sure. Could love bloom again at her age? But there she was, her profile set up with a smiling photo of her in the yoga studio. Then he appeared. Liam, a 36-year-old writer with a penchant for poetry. His messages were thoughtful, his compliments intoxicating. He said he admired her wisdom, found her strength alluring and her healthy lifestyle encouraging. They bonded over their love for literature and a shared longing for deep connection. Against her better judgment, Martha allowed herself to believe in the magic. They met for coffee at a charming cafe. Liam's dark eyes sparkled with warmth, and his boyish grin was infectious. He brought her daisies, a symbol of new beginnings, he'd said. She felt alive again, cherished in a way she hadn't since Charles. But Martha's life hadn't been without storms. She had survived Charles's long battle with cancer, raised 2 children while juggling 2 jobs, faced financial struggles that once left her wondering how she'd keep the lights on. She was now financially free, and her resilience was her pride, but it was also her shield. Wearing rose-colored glasses, she began to let that shield slip for Liam. Their whirlwind romance blossomed, and she introduced him to her circle of friends. There were whispers, of course. "Isn't he too young?" But Martha brushed them aside. Liam made her feel seen in a world that often overlooked senior widows like her. Over time, their dates became a regular escape. For the first time in years, Martha felt seen, cherished even. She showered Liam with expensive gifts, paid for blissful vacations, and showed him off to her friends. This was paradise. And although beneath her joy lay a gnawing doubt, she ignored it. She felt like a rose in a sun-kissed garden, but then the thorn revealed itself. The red flags won. Unanswered calls and half-truths one evening, after weeks of affectionate texts, Martha called Liam unexpectedly. He didn't answer. When he finally called back hours later, his voice was rushed. "I was with a publisher, discussing my book," he explained. But Martha noticed an odd noise in the background. Muffled laughter, a woman's voice. "I must be imagining it," she told herself, convincing herself of his honesty. 2. The canceled dinner date on a rainy Friday. Liam promised to take her to a new French restaurant. At the last minute, he canceled, claiming his friend was in a medical emergency. Martha's heart sank, but she sympathized. Later, her friend Elaine mentioned seeing Liam at a trendy bar with a young woman. "It couldn't be him," Martha said, brushing off the warning. "He was at the hospital." 3. A beautiful gift and a suspicious text on her birthday. Liam surprised Martha with a beautiful but inexpensive bracelet. "You deserve the best," he said, kissing her cheek. But during their dinner, his phone buzzed repeatedly. He turned it off with a sheepish grin, saying, "Work never stops."
"Oh," Martha glimpsed a notification. "Can't wait to see you tomorrow."
XO, her stomach churned, but she reasoned, maybe it's just a friend. For the mysterious weekend trip. Liam mentioned a work retreat that would keep him out of town. That weekend, Elaine called again. "Martha, I swear I saw him at the farmer's market holding hands with a young woman." Martha's chest tightened. "It's a coincidence," she insisted. "You must be mistaken." Deep down, though, doubt gnawed at her. 5. The active profile. One lazy afternoon, Martha reopened her online dating account to help a friend navigate the platform. To her horror, Liam's profile popped up. His charming bio was still active, and he had even updated his photos. Shaking, she confronted him. He laughed nervously. "Oh, I forgot to deactivate it. I'll handle it now." Against her better judgment, she believed him. The breaking point, the truth unraveled during a dinner party at Martha's home. Elaine pulled her aside, phone in hand. "Martha, look." Martha looked and then saw her. A stunning 28-year-old model named Chloe, whose profile featured cozy selfies with Liam. On the screen was a photo of Liam and the young woman. Chloe cuddled together in an upscale restaurant. Chloe was wearing the expensive custom diamond necklace that Martha had bought for Liam to give to his sister for her birthday. The caption read, "Date night with my love." Martha's heart sank. Her world title then crumbled. The betrayal felt like a punch to her chest. How could he? She waited until Liam arrived later that evening, armed with his usual charm and a bottle of wine. Trembling with anger and crushed with heartbreak, she showed him the photo. "Explain this," she demanded, her voice shaking. "How could you lead me on while entertaining another woman?" she demanded. Caught, Liam stuttered, his charming facade falling away. "Martha, you're incredible, but Chloe and it's complicated. I didn't mean to hurt you." Martha's eyes filled with tears. "Complicated? You told me I was your future. You gave me hope? Was any of it real?" He looked away, his silence a confession. "That's the thing about thorns, like you, Liam," Martha said, her voice now steady. "They never mean to hurt, but they always do." She stared at him, as if seeing him for the first time. What she saw was a deceiver fumbling for excuses. She gently asked him to leave. The tears came, but so did clarity. She had been vulnerable, yes, but she didn't think she had been foolish. She had believed in love, and there was no shame in that. Martha wrote a blog post about her experience, titled "The Rose and the Thorn." It went viral, resonating with older women who had been similarly deceived. Her story became a rallying cry, a reminder to trust, but verify, to set boundaries, and to never let anyone dim their worth. Months later, as spring breathed new life into her rose garden, Martha hosted a gathering of friends, old and new. She laughed freely, her heart lighter than it had been in years. Liam was a lesson, not a regret. For every thorn, she thought, there's a rose. And Martha, resilient as ever, would continue to bloom. She vowed that her resilience would push her to find love online. It was destined to happen. With the lessons she had learned, Lessons learned: 1. Guard your heart. It's okay to open up, but do so with caution. Verify intentions, and don't ignore red flags. 2. Know your worth. Age doesn't diminish value. Don't settle for less than you deserve. 3. Stay aware. Online dating is a tool, but it's important to stay vigilant and trust your instincts. 4. Learn from pain. Heartbreak can be a stepping stone to self-discovery and growth. Martha's story became a testament to the enduring spirit of senior women who refused to let life's thorns define them. For Martha, the rose always outweighed the thorn.